I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I'll do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what.
Alright, today we're on the Enffe Journey, which is a 20 by 4 inch folding step-through full suspension e-bike. Now this does have a 7-speed Shimano Altus derailleur, but unfortunately this is not a pedaling bike. Once you get in these top speeds, you're not getting any resistance like above 20 miles an hour. Now this is a 750 watt motor with a 1500 watt peak. It has a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery. Again, it does fold, so you can, throw it in your car and take it pretty much anywhere, no matter what vehicle you have. I put these in the back seat on a smaller car, or you could fit it in a trunk on a larger sedan. And if you have a truck, even better. Now it is a 20 by 4 inch Fat Tire e-bike, so the fat tires make the ride a whole lot smoother. And as you can see on pedal assist, we're getting right at 27, 28 miles an hour. So we are getting that claim speed. Now this thumb throttle on here is a lot different than anything I've seen on an e-bike. This is new, but it's like a little rubber button here, plastic. And that's how you go if you want to use the throttle. And then you have trigger shifters over here. I kind of like it. It's different. I've never used it, so I have to get used to it. It does have turn signals, a horn, and tetro hydraulic brakes. Again, we have full suspension, so rear suspension. It's a spring, coil spring. It looks like it's just a standard mechanical one, and then standard mechanical shocks with a lockout and preload. No compression adjustments there, but it works okay. Plastic folding pedals, the frame folds, it's got a rear rack. You'll definitely want to swap this seat out, but we'll go over it a little bit more as we ride. This is my very first time on the bike, so we're going to see how it performs today. So you can just use the throttle on this, which is, if you're cruising at these higher speeds, it might be the best option for you. We're getting right about 27, 28 miles per hour with throttle only. But we're going to do full throttle up this hill and see how well it climbs hills. I don't know what the torque rating is on this motor, but at 1500 watts, it should be around 90 to 100 Newton meters. And we will go through our hill climbing test and see how well it performs. Full throttle. So the first hill here right next to the sign is a 6% grade. And we were able to make it up there around 16, 17 miles an hour. Our next hill is going to be an 8%. We're coming up to the 8% now, right past the street. And we will be doing, let's see, right here, our slowest speed is 11 miles an hour. Now, I don't think this thing's going to make it up to 12%. We'll give it a try. So this is the 12% grade right here. We're going to turn around and go back up it like I do in every video, almost every video. I don't believe this bike's going to make it up this hill without me helping it. So I will be preparing and dropping gears here. Looks like they got the construction done on this side. Are they going to fix the other side as well? That'd be nice. It's even worse. Lots of gravel. Gotta be careful. All right, no cars are coming. We're going to take advantage of that. And here we go. We're going to try to climb this 12% grade hill with throttle only. It's not looking very promising. We may be pedaling all the way up this hill to get us to where we need to go, or we're walking, one of the two. There's a car coming. There's another car coming. Yeah, we're gonna have to help it, which is easy to do. This thing has like really low gears. I'm on gear 3 and I'm able to climb this with no problem. Motor is helping a little bit by pedaling. No cars coming. Alright, well, you can make it up pretty much any hill with this as long as you pedal. That's kind of where we're at. Now the next test we're going to do, we did the speed test, we did the hill climbing test. The next test we're going to do is the brake test. Let's see how good these Tektros are on here. We know the Tektro brakes are usually pretty good, so we'll be testing that. Let me go down here, set my camera up. It stops really good. I mean, that's what you kind of expect with Tektro brakes anyways. This is the Enffe Journey. It's a 20x4-inch Fat Tire e-bike that's a step through with full suspension. It has a 750 watt nominal 1500 watt peak motor with a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery, and it does have mag wheels, which is really nice. I like the color. Ethan and I joked about this bike. He said it looked like the Speed Racer car. I think it looks like McDonald's. They call this color Sunset, which I think is also a good name. Now they also have another color which is plum, and champagne, which is like a yellowish, brownish, tannish color. The plum is like a purplish, reddish color, like a plum color, and they're very neat looking. It's got basic suspension, just a mechanical suspension up here. It looks like about 80 millimeters of travel. I do not know what the travel is back here with this coil suspension, but also just mechanical, not air or anything like that. It does have water bottle holder right here. We have a Shimano Altus derailleur with a basic 7-speed Shimano gear set in the back. Front chainring, looks like about a 48 tooth, 50 tooth, something like that, with the double wall chain guard, which is pretty nice. It does have a derailleur guard. A rear rack in the back that can hold up to 25 kilograms or 50 pounds. The pedals fold, the frame folds, the handlebars fold down. It does have a moped style headlight on the front that says Enffe in it right there. Pretty bright headlight. It does have an Enffe wire management sleeve right here. CST, BFT, 20x4-inch fat tires. These are pretty basic tires. They're not going to get you a whole lot of mileage, but these are basic tires. Be careful, get some flat out, put flat out in your tube, so if you ever get into a situation where your tires do get a flat, you can make it home. So check that out. Flat out is an excellent tire sealant. Now they do have 180 millimeter rotors on the front and back with the Tektro hydraulic brakes that we just tested, and they work really good as always. It does have a place here for a front rack, so they may offer that on their website. It does fold, and I'll show you that later on in the video on how to fold it. Here is your rear tail light. It does have a tail light function, a brake light function, and turn signals. So if we hit the brake here, you can see it gets brighter, and if we turn the turn signals, there they are. So they're decently bright. Now up here we have some standard grips. They're pretty rough, pretty hard, but they are ergonomic, so they're not terrible. Grips are easy to replace, but these are what you get from the factory. Got your Tektro brake lever right there, your turn signal. So let me turn the bike back on. This is your power button right here. And it does have NFC, so you have to have the NFC card with you. It does come with 3 of those, so you will have a couple extras. It does have a headlight button right here on the side, and then there's another button on the side up above, which will help you go through the menu. Turn the headlight off, the screen will get brighter. So you have your trip, your odometer, max speed, average speed, and that's it. There is no voltage gauge, and it does come unlocked from the factory to do 28 miles per hour throttle and pedal assist, so either or. It is a cadence sensor, so I like cadence sensors. I did have one issue with the shipping, and they did have a fender that was all banged up and scratched up. I did request them to send me a new one. They said they were going to send me one at the end of this month. I'll give them a couple weeks and we'll see what happens. They said they weren't sure if they had them in stock. They had to check, and then they had the holiday, and we're still waiting. So I've had this for a couple weeks and I still haven't gotten my fender. Again, you have your turn signal button switch here. You do not know if it's on or off. Like if you have it turned on, you can't tell on the screen that it's on, and it doesn't make a noise. So you're just relying on this and making sure you flip it back to the middle whenever it's off. I don't like that. I will always forget to turn it off, so people behind me will be thinking I'm turning when I'm not. That's why an indicator, whether it's on the screen or an audible tone, is really nice, because it gives you an indication that your turn signals are still on. This is how you switch your PAS levels. So you have a big plus and minus button here, but very easy to get to. There's not much handlebar space here, so I did have to put my phone over it when we're riding, but that's that. Do have a horn switch. It is pretty loud. It's built into the headlight, so it'll definitely get people's attention. On a bike trail, you might want to just put a bell on here to make it a little bit less aggressive. Here's your 7-speed trigger shifter. It's an Altus derailleur, so that's pretty nice for the price of this bike. And then here's your thumb throttle. So let's put it down to PAS 0. Thumb throttle doesn't work there. And like I said, this is a different type of thumb throttle. I've never seen one like it before. Kind of reminds me of like a 4-wheeler thumb throttle. It works really good. There's some kind of fuzz there, probably from a hoodie. But yeah, it's a little different. First time I've ever used one like this. Not bad. I'm not complaining about it. I like it a lot. But other than that, this is it. This is the folding Enffe Journey 20 by 4 inch Fat Tire e-bike with full suspension. It's a step through. It's got mag wheels, motorcycle style headlight that's pretty bright, rear tail light, turn signals, a horn. You get a whole lot from this bike at the price. Let's get back on the road, finish up our ride, and then I'll show you how to fold this thing. Now, another thing, Enffe did send out a 4 amp charger, which is kind of unheard of in this space, especially for the price of the bike. So you'll be able to charge that 20 amp hour battery very quick, probably about 4 or 5 hours with a 4 amp charger. Yeah, it's nice that they included something big for a bigger battery. Okay, this is how you fold the Enffe Journey. First, you want to fold the pedals. They are plastic folding pedals. Push those in and twist, and then the next thing you want to do is the frame. So put your kickstand up, unlock it like that, and then you just bend this and you can rotate the back wheel and tire. Now you make sure you have your pedals in the right spot. I do not. Let me fix that real quick. So once you have it folded like that, you can come over here, pull that little lever there, and that'll pop open the handlebar, folding handlebars. And there you go. And it gets folded into a tight package like so. So then you just do the reverse, fold the handlebars, grab the seat, and you can kind of just roll this out like so. Let me get that out of the way. Then you gotta have the lever undone to be able to fold it. Then you clamp it like that, very easy. Unfold your pedals and you're ready to ride. All right, and here's how you take the battery out. You just turn this key right here. Oh, I think. Is this the wrong key? Wouldn't that be messed up? How do you send the wrong keys? How do you send the wrong keys?
3,000 years later.
Alright, I'm not sure where we left off with this bike, but I'm pretty much done with the video already. I was just waiting for a few things before I could finish it. One, the front fender. I don't remember if I showed you guys this in the video or not, but it came pretty dented up and extremely damaged. It's got a big scratch here too. So they sent me a new front fender. I finally got that. And they also had the wrong keys attached to this bike. So yeah, I couldn't unlock the bike because they gave me the wrong key. So I had them make me a new one, and we were finally able to take the battery out and look at it. It is a 20 amp hour battery, 48 volt. So nice to see a pretty beefy battery on this folder. And to put it back in, you just drop it down here, click it in place. So yeah, I wasn't able to take the battery out whenever I was reviewing it because they sent me the wrong key. Now it took months to get both of these keys and the fender. Like a very long time. Longer than it should have. I got the bike in April, I believe. Hold on, I'll tell you. I'll look at my phone. I got the bike April 17th. And then I received the key, first key, on May 30th. So a month and a half later, I got the first key. And then in between there, I received the fender, like maybe a couple weeks after I got the first key. And then the second key arrived about a month after that. So we are now in July, and I'm finally able to finish this review. It's July 8th. But if that's the kind of customer service you're going to get as a customer, I'm a reviewer. You know, usually they try to expedite things for me, but if you're a customer, you're going to be waiting a long time if there's any parts you need. Just keep that in mind. Now this is a very budget bike, so you have to consider customer service and the length of time it's going to take you to get your parts if anything were to go wrong. My fender was damaged in shipping. I believe they're going to start changing these to plastic fenders, so you'll no longer get metal fenders and won't have to deal with the damage that occurs in shipping. Luckily, that's the only thing that happened other than the key situation. It did have 2 keys attached to the bike, but they were the wrong key, wrong number on the key. So they recut them and sent them to me all the way from China. That's why it took so long. They sent one and then waited another month to send the second one to make sure the first one didn't get lost. Now I have 2 keys for this. Luckily, everything works, and we are able to ride the bike. So bike is powered on. Tap the NFC card and we are now working. So if you have any problems with the bike powering on, make sure that the battery is turned on. There is an on-off switch right here behind this little rubber gasket. So if for any reason your bike's not turning on, make sure that's on the line and not the circle. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on the circle though, because we're getting ready to deliver this to a customer, and this is the end of the video. So thanks for watching. If you guys are interested, I will leave a link and a coupon code down in the description, and let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next video.